global colour in an image is controlled by the HSL panel. Now HSL stands for hue, saturation and lightness, the three properties that Lightroom uses to describe colour. Now by global I mean wherever a specific colour occurs in an image it will be affected by this adjustment. You can't be specific. So here you can see the panel containing a tab for each of those properties. We've got hue, saturation and luminance, or you can view all the panels open at one time. I tend to find that a little bit distracting, so we'll look at them individually. Let's start with the saturation tab. Now saturation means the intensity of colour, and using the sliders in the saturation section I can change individual colour ranges. So let's say I want to make these yellows a little bit less intense, but try not to affect the other colours. I'll take the yellow saturation slider and I can take it down to desaturate, or I can take it up to really saturate the colours. So I'll bring it down, leave it somewhere there. Now notice it's also saturated the colours in the background and in the foreground. And that's, like I said, I can't be specific. Wherever there are yellows, they will get affected. So as long as you can live with that and it isn't too distracting, that's fine. Now also, let's say I want to desaturate the blues. Well, I can go down to the blue slider and I can make the blues more saturated or less saturated. I'll take it up to about there to make it a little bit more vivid. Now let's have a look at the luminance. So click on the luminance slider. Now this is to do with the brightness or darkness of an image. So again, let's have a look at the yellows. We can make the yellows darker, or we can make them lighter. And same with the blues. If I want to make the blues darker, or I can make the blues lighter. Now let's have a look at the hue tab. Now here I can change the colours within a range of colours. So for example, the yellows, I could change that from orange right through to like a lime greeny colour. With the blues, I could take that from aqua right through to like a purpley magenta colour. But again, you'll see that it is affecting everything in the background. So you've got to be careful with which colour ranges you want to change. So I can just do that a little bit and I'll leave it at that. Now what happens if you don't exactly know what the colours will be that you're wanting to change? Well, for that we've got the target adjustment tool, and this is it here. If I click on it, I'll activate it. And you'll see that there's a little arrow above and below, and this is suggesting which way you drag when you click on the image to do any changes. So this is suggesting up and down vertically. So if I go into the image and I want to change, let's say, this blue colour here, if I click and hold the mouse down and drag down, I go towards cyan, and you can see that the aqua slider is moving a little bit. So this colour contains blue and aqua. And if I want, I can take it up to take it towards magenta, and you'll see that the slider's moving as I do that. Now if I click on a yellow, for instance, and I drag up and down, I can take it from orange right through to like a lime greeny colour, and you'll see that the yellow slider and the green slider are moving in response to me moving up and down. Now you'll notice that each of these tabs, the hue, the saturation and the luminance, they've all got a target adjustment tool. Now if you wanted to take these sliders all back to 0 quickly rather than keep dragging, all you do is you double click on the name at the top of the slider set. So if I double click on luminance, it will return all the sliders back to their default value of 0. So that's how to use the controls in the HSL panel to adjust specific colours everywhere they occur in a photo. If you want to adjust specific colour in a photo, then it's a better idea to use Lightroom's local adjustment tools like the adjustment brush, and this is something I cover in another video.